There are some very important herbs in the deep forest that very few people know about. There's one herb in particular that's so effective for a lot of different things. But most people just walk by and they do, and even see it because it is kind of camouflaged amongst all the other plants. It's called wild oregano. And the leaves, if you just look at it from a distance, kind of look like a little green bean. It's actually an herb with tiny little leaves all over this branch here, and it grows in the deep forest. It grows in the shade. So it is not like other oregano that grows in your garden, that kind of like a weed, and it's really easy to grow. This stuff grows in the deep forest in the shade, and it's really hard to find. Once you find it, you can take these little leaves here, and you can make tea with it, or you can just chew on it, and it is so bitter. But it has some very interesting properties. It's a very powerful antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory. It's good for a lot of different things, especially respiratory viruses, especially if you have a cough or you have congestion. It's also good for candida, yeast infections, things like that. Another herb that grows in the deep forest that's really good to know is called bloodroot. This one, the entire plant is pretty much poisonous except for the roots. The roots are a little bit bitter, but they have some very interesting properties as well. They're a powerful anti-inflammatory, but they're also an expectorant, which means they help to extract or pull out mucus and phlegm from your lungs. So if you have bronchitis, if you have chronic cough or congestion, this is a really good herb to take. Now, you don't want to take a lot of it, just a little bit in a tea. And then there's another herb that grows in the deep forest that's called slippery elm. This one has these long, kind of skinny branches that are kind of smooth and slippery, hence the name slippery elm. And the bark of this tree has these long, skinny pieces that you can peel off. And if you take this bark, you can make a tea out of it, can chew on it, and it's extremely bitter. But it has some very powerful anti-inflammatory properties, and it's also an expectorant, which helps to thin the mucus and the phlegm in your lungs, so it can help you get rid of it. So there are three really powerful herbs that grow in the deep forest that are really good to know for your health. But you have to know what they are, and you have to know how to use them. And you have to be careful because some of them are poisonous, like the bloodroot. You can't just take the leaves and the flowers and the berries. You have to take the root. But if you know how to use it, it can be very beneficial.